how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Good. I haven't seen you in forever. It's so fun that we get to
So
do
do
this
I.
together. Oh, I am here with Bethany Prince, and I'm so excited that she's joining us today, and I'm gonna let her introduce herself.
Hi. Sorry. Hi, I'm Bethany Prince. I am a film major or filmmaker, whichever. I go to Lipscomb University in Nashville, Tennessee, and guess what I'm looking forward after this? Really graduation and hoping to get a job in the industry. If not, that is chill.
That is so exciting. And when do you graduate?
This fall, so yeah, fall 2024, because I managed to get ahead of my cut hours, so
Ah,
that's really nice.
congratulations. That's
Thank
so
you.
exciting. Oh my goodness. You're gonna go places. You already are places, but you're gonna go places.
I hope so.
Oh, well, to give a little bit of context, me and Bethany went to high school together, and she was always one of the most creative and funny people I've ever met, like always smiling and um I don't know, we've done some fun projects, writing, film over the years, and I just want y'all to get to know her a little bit because she's really great. So, to dive right in, a funny question to get us started when we were talking about meeting up, okay, she told me that she had recently given sort of a TED talk on how hate is a great motivator. So, Bethany, can you tell us a little bit about that?
Yeah, so it was for my life skills class. My professor's like, "Yeah, we're gonna make you do a TED Talk plus assignment." We're like, "Okay," and I immediately thought of this for some reason because for context, I did soccer. I used to love it. I wanted to like make it as my career, and I was very, very into it. And film came as like a second kind of thing, but it was just like more creative side. But then I ended up hating soccer, which sucked because I
Oh
played for
no.
16 years and I wanted, because all my life I was like, I'm gonna be a soccer player when I grow up. No, that didn't happen. I ended up hating sport and it did suck, but then I can kind of use it going to film and I do love it, but I also kind of hate it because there's some aspects about it. Like there's editing. I love and hate it. I have a crazy relationship with it. Hate it. And what up?
So, when you hate something, it's been a great motivator for you.
Yes, but yes. And so what I found with hate is that one, you can use it as a strength and not a weakness. It helps you like challenge yourself, be better. It's um one you can use it to get things done on time if you want. I don't know. It's just crazy. And then another point I say is you can use it to prove your worth because if people are like hating on you, that's a whole other story if you're hating on yourself. And so you can use that to make you to show that you're better than someone or just like you're more valuable and then what they're saying. And then my last point, I didn't say in the TED Talk because I took it out because it's too long. But I say having hate is also such a good balance with love because they're both really strong emotions. But then when if you have both of them, you're not completely blindsided when you're doing something. And so I feel like if I had hate maybe within soccer, if I continue it, I probably wouldn't be as disappointed as I was. And I fully hated it and couldn't really love it again. It sucked. But now I'm going to film, hating film and
Wait,
loving it.
that's actually really cool to think about because you're right, hate and love are such strong emotions. And I feel
Right?
like, I don't know if you were in my class in high school where we were in, I think Mr. Conrad's class perhaps, but we talked about how hate and love are not opposites, but indifference is the opposite of both of them. And
Oh, I miss
so,
Conrad.
oh, I know. Oh my gosh, that was such a good class. But I don't know, that feels so true and real. And I'm glad that you took something like hate and made it a good thing and made it benefit you and your artistic journey. And I don't know, that's really cool and encouraging.
Thank you. I accidentally insulted, I say insulted with quotations, my professor 3 times. I meant to do it once. Because fun fact, I opened up the TED Talk and being like, who here hates this assignment? Because I hated that assignment.
Oh my goodness.
He
Oh my
found it,
goodness.
he found it funny, so it was good.
Oh, I bet he laughed really hard. Hey, they're gonna
Yeah,
do great on that assignment though, because if you hate it, it's a great
exactly.
motivator.
Exactly.
Okay, So now that y'all know Bethany a little bit better, let's dive in and learn more about how she became who she is today. And the first question that I want to ask her is in collaboration with her art form. So, Bethany, you are very experienced in lots of different kinds of art, but specifically in film, it's a very collaborative art form. And so you're always working with people, and sometimes you're working with people you love, sometimes you're working with people that maybe you hate. Maybe it's a great motivator for you. But
Yeah.
I want to know like your experience with that. What has it been like working with people in general?
It has been a roller coaster. A lot of times it's been so much fun. I loved it. The first set I was asked to be on though, it was a year above me. So I was in a film workshop as a freshman, but not everyone in that class was a freshman. It's kind of funny. We had like sophomores and juniors and a few seniors because COVID kind of messed everyone up. And so
Yep.
I ended up being on a set with like just a bunch of upperclassmen. It was so fun. I loved it. And then eventually I got on a few sets with my years. But collaborating's been usually pretty well. As a camera, if I'm on camera crew, I usually pretty chill. I enjoy it because I just let everyone else kind of take the reins and just I help out where I can. Um, if I'm in a higher position, like producer or DP, that's a little hard when it comes to collaborating because communication is a huge thing in film and not many people do it or are good
Yes.
at it. So
Yeah.
that is a huge dent when it comes to collaborating. But besides
Yeah.
that, it has been fun, especially with other fellow students.
That's really cool. I wonder, so you're a writer, but you're also someone who works in film. So when you write, you're obviously working by yourself most of the time. But when
Yes.
you tell me a little bit about that, like what the difference is for you.
So fun fact, and I guess you told me that, but I do like to write, but I prefer writing novels. I actually don't like script writing.
Yeah.
I can do it, but it's not my favorite.
Okay.
So I don't write as much as I would like to, or I probably should, but I don't really like it. But I have I have wrote I think I have co-written a script a few times, I think with someone or helped them with the script. And then I did write a script that a friend of mine was supposed to produce, and I wrote it by myself. And it was supposed to be a horror script, but it ended up turning horror comedy. And then we ended up co-writing it. So that was really, really fun because we both were like, hey, this idea isn't working on the setting. And so he changed the setting, but we still kept the storyline, but made it more like horrific and kind of silly. And then we ended up not making it, but it was still there. And then a friend of mine is in the directing for film class and she needed a script. And so I just gave her that script. And she's now using it, which is hilarious. And
Oh
so I
my
have been
goodness.
co-writing with her because we have to been figuring out ideas and stuff. And the professor's been giving comments and like critique on it. So we have to be changing it. But it has been pretty fun writing with people. And then I am in a class called Writing the Capstone, which is like a
Oh,
senior portfolio. And so I do have to write a script and it's gonna be like an hour long, so probably like 40 to 45 pages. And that I
yeah.
am writing by myself, but I do get like critique from fellow classmates and my professor. But yeah, I mean, writing by myself is kind of I honestly like it, but it's honestly a lot harder here than it was
Yeah.
at home because I don't have the luxury in my bedroom or anything.
Or time.
Yeah, that too.
That too. Oh
I
man.
forgot
Well,
your other question with it, but yeah,
wait, what? What other
I forgot your
question?
other question. You said something about writing alone, and then I think I
Oh,
answered it.
yeah, I think you did answer that.
Okay,
Yeah, because you talked about, yeah, you did.
okay, great.
I have another question.
Yeah,
So, while you're working with these casts and crew, um, I guess set, is that what you call it? The set?
so
Okay, so when you're filming and you're working on set and you're working with people, have you ever had maybe a bad experience with a set?
I
Like,
have quite a few times. Yeah,
oh no. Oh no, what was your least favorite set
that's so
experience?
hard to
Please don't name
choose.
names, just,
I would not. One set that was very, very bad. Anyone could like tell you it was bad, except the people who were in the higher ranks. I can't really give a position, but basically it was a set that an adult made, and um it was made by students. And so a friend of mine produced it and got a bunch of other of us to be part of the crew, and we were there on the set day, and the DP and director were just not really agreeing on things.
Oh no.
And then lighting also became a huge problem because we were outside and it was supposed to be like a sunny day, but it was kind of cloudy, and then the sun kept coming in and out. And so we just, it was so bad. It was such a mess because the crew was really just kind of standing there for a majority of the hours of the day. And we were there for maybe, I think we were there from like 8 a.m. to I want to say like 5 p.m. or something like that. And we did this 2 days, so it was like I think a whole weekend. And the weather just wasn't cooperating. The DP wasn't cooperating with the lighting, and then the director was like saying different things, and then some other people was saying the same thing. We're like, yeah, I agree with that. I was like, what? And then the AD was trying to help to like get time moving because we were wasting daylight and shots, and because we had a bunch of them, and then
Yeah.
they were just kind of disregarding them, and I felt bad. And then I can't say much because I'm not trying to make people listening, but hopefully they don't piss me off. You go here if you know, you know. But if you don't, it was a mess. And then sometimes, honestly, most actors have been good, but the actors on that set, one of them just wasn't really knowing their lines, so that was
No.
kind of
Actors that
bad.
don't know their lines. No.
It was, yeah, it's just kind of funny because the character that the person was playing, he technically like had like dementia, so kind of
No, he
it
did
kind of
not. Wait, that's so bad. That's so bad.
like, dude, you don't have to be playing your character that hard, but you know,
Man. Well, maybe
yeah.
what was your favorite experience with the set?
Ooh, there's quite a few. Um, one one of them is you were on with me, and
Yes.
I love that one. Even though we had barely anyone on crew actually knew what the positions were, but it was such a fun night. I love that one, and y'all just chilling, vibing for the fun. So I loved it. It was a good time. I was a little stressed in the night, but it was fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a bit, but that was just me because y'all chill. So as long
I
as
mean,
y'all
it
are happy,
was
I was
fun.
happy.
I remember specifically like I think I was scripty for
Yeah, you're scripty.
there was a candle that kept burning low and then a clock that kept being needed to be reset.
Hmm. Yeah,
And
you
the
did great.
entire night, I was like, this stupid candle, this candle, why do we need a candle?
Hey, blame the director, not me. I was only producing. But besides that set, there was another set that I was on. It was me and my students completely. It was the most professional set I've probably ever been on, especially for students. And it just involved a call. That was it. But we have 5 different light setups to act like the call is moving and passing. And
Hmm.
we could only do that within one night. And because we shot 2 days, and but they shot 3 days because it was a skeleton crew. So we had like the a skeleton crew is basically like getting pickup shots with a few people of the crew,
Mm,
like maybe DP, director, maybe producer, AD, and then camera and gaffer for lighting.
yeah.
And then so we had like supposedly we had a famous actor on our set, and so we had to make it as like efficient as possible. And so
Hmm.
we had a practice day. I remember it was on a Saturday, and just to practice how lighting work and the angles to get everything nailed down to like the very second. And so once we shot, I think it was on Monday night. We were really just going shot to shot to shot. It was really, really quick and efficient and good. And everyone on the crew was really, really like nice and handled things well.
That sounds so fun to like have everything run through before you get there. So when the actors actually come, it's just like go, go, go.
Yeah, it was also really, really cold because we shot it in the fall, but like it was in I think October when we shot. So yeah, it was pretty cold at night.
Oh, I bet it was cold.
Yeah, it was
Well,
so
one
fun.
of the questions I have for you about that, like specifically, is, you know, using film, it's a creative process. And so when you have an idea that's that you really like and you're really tied to, and then someone has a different idea that you perhaps do not, agree with. There's always that conflict. And when it's in the arts, it feels very personal.
True, it
So,
does.
have you ever experienced that? And how do you think about those sorts of things to not get offended, or what's that looked like for you?
That's where hate comes in, actually. I'm kidding. But yeah, there are times where obviously like you want to make something, but not everyone agrees. There, there's a few times where professors can be harsh, and sometimes they like look at your script or film and be like, "I hate it," and you're like, "Oh, okay." That has happened. Um, not I think not to me. I have gotten harsh critique, but I haven't got I hate it so far. But it happened to a few other of my friends, and it kind of sucks. But it does slow degrade your self esteem. But honestly, for me, I don't really care to show my stuff out in the world. If I want to make something, yeah, I'll make it. If they hate it, okay. But really, I like collaborate more. So if someone has an idea and I think it's like better than mine, then yeah, I'll go with the idea. Or if we both have the same idea and want to collab, yes, let's do that. I do not care.
Yeah.
I want to do it. And
Yeah.
yeah, I'm yeah, I'm just so spoken with others, really.
You really have to just like let it slide off if if it's not
Yeah,
edifying.
you really have to have an open mind. Hold up. I'm not sure. Can you hear it?
No, I can't hear anything actually.
Okay, I can continue actually.
Okay.
Okay, so I can't even hear you clap. But yeah, really have an open mind to it, and I don't, I don't want to say don't be like too sensitive because that sounds insensitive to say that. But yeah, just honestly, people, not everyone's gonna love everything. Everyone's
Yeah.
gonna dislike things. You have the same opinions as others. You have different opinions. It happens. Just
Yeah.
honestly, just be patient. Keep a calm and cool head, and just let it go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's so true. So true. And that's encouraging that you're able to not let it affect you too much. So, keep at it.
Thanks.
Okay, I am also really interested in how film has impacted you as a person. That's super open-ended, but just tell me about how it's impacted you.
Um, well, one for sure. I mean, I'm usually a very patient person, so surprisingly, but it's definitely leveled up my patience with people because obviously not all steps go as planned. You sometimes go overtime, which sucks. People disagree, people yell at you. It's not fun. But yeah, and then a few times I've been on sets where there's dogs involved, there's kids, and that takes up more time and it's a lot more to deal with, and it's just a lot. But that has definitely upped my gain, my patience on that. So
Made you a more
that has
patient
been
person for sure. It'd have to.
I know. Although a few times you catch me angry, that's not fun. But if you do, just stay away from
Yeah.
me for a bit. I can
Yeah.
calm down within a minute. But and I also say film has, especially here, has challenged me as an artist, one to hone in my craft, but it's to also like create something unique, but also reusing things that already been used, but it's to make it yours, which I think is
Yes.
really, really cool.
How do you do
And
that?
then, well, obviously there's like tropes and cliches. Like for my capstone, I'm writing your typical YA fantasy for a school bit. It's so silly because the main character is like a female and she's like almost like Candace Everdeen and maybe Tris similar. I don't want to say those characters, but I am mixed
Come
with
on,
like
the Hunger
Annabeth
Games.
Chase. Yeah, that's literally what my professor said. He was like, "This is like Candace Everdeen." I was like, "Sure," but
Well, I mean, in high school, the one of the classes that I really enjoyed was on Echoes of Eden, where it talks about how all the
yes,
best stories can't help but point to the gospel because the gospel is like the best story. So anything that has an aspect of the gospel in it, like, is naturally just a good story because it
true,
pulls from something that's good. So I feel like that's what
true.
you're doing with this, like,
Yeah,
channeling your catness.
you did not.
I didn't. I did not. I did not.
Yeah, it's one of those.
It's one of those. It's okay.
One of those. Yeah. Um, completely off track, but I had a conversation in one of my classes about like rated R films and all that stuff. I was like, what if it's like, I want to make a film called The Bible and have it rated like X. It used to be called rated X. I think it's like NCT 17 or something. It's like the worst rating than all. Because if you read the Bible, there's a lot of things in there that just aren't appropriate, but we read it. And I'm like, um, I think this should be a film rated R or more. If yeah, it was a whole disagreement we had in
That's
class
so
on rated R.
funny.
I was like, I kind of want to make that
Honestly, please do. I would watch
just for
it.
jokes.
I don't watch our films, but I'd watch that.
Right. But
That's
yeah,
so right. Well,
that
I
was
think
completely random.
I think there's like so much good stuff in the Bible that is like good because it's also combined with something really dark and awful. I
True.
don't know.
That'd be such a long movie though.
Like imagine a story about like the Tower of Babel. Like even just that one section, there's so much brokenness, but it's also like such a cool and important part of the gospel because that's when the languages all split and everything. So
True.
I don't know. I don't know. I'm still cracking up about us joking about just speaking in broken Chinese this whole time. I think that would have been funny.
But that would be. Hey, we should start off with that.
Yeah, come on. Can you share some wisdom for us in Chinese?
你好吗?
你好没
That's
最
basically
近
how are you. You can start off with that, but
Oh my goodness. Okay, wait. I gotta stay on topic. We're gonna
true.
run out.
We're
Okay.
on impact thingy.
Yes. Oh, okay, do you want to say anything else on how film has impacted you?
Yeah, one last thing I think on that.
Okay, then let me ask you a question, so I'll start here.
Yeah.
Okay, so is there any other ways that film has impacted you or changed you as a person?
Um, after doing a bunch of different positions in the film because you're not gonna get every like one position all the time unless you're really, really good at it and people just point you as that. So I saw as PA, I done CAM like first and second AC, I done DP, I done gaffer once, I done AD, which is really fun, assistant director, and I done producing. And I really, really found that I love producing.
Ooh.
And what I what's crazy that I like about it is that I love helping people succeeding and like achieving a goal. I'm not sure why, but I do. I love it when I see them enjoying something and it makes them happy and makes me happy. So that's why I've been like really into it. But I think the last year I've been producing 3 or 4 things at the moment. I'm currently producing 2 films. It was originally one, but I picked up a second, which is
Oh
hilarious.
my gosh, that's exciting.
Only because like I want to help it happen. So yeah, that has I think definitely impacted it. And I see a pattern, which is hilarious in my opinion, that I want to be producer because in high school and kind of middle school, maybe elementary if I was good at it, I did do some tutoring because I wanted to
Hmm.
help someone and it was just good. Yeah, like I did it for free. Originally I wanted it for money, but I was like, nah, I'll help you because people want to help. And I was like, I'll do it. I have free time. And then also when I was like team captain for like swim sports, like I was just happy to like give someone a pep talk or like a hug or whatever. It was, like
Yeah.
it made the day and I was happy. And then it was just yeah, really that stuff. And now I'm here like doing that in a film. So it
That's
feels like
so cool.
it feels like I'm a guide for people or something. I don't know, like a
No,
moral
I feel like
support.
that too. I remember in high school, you were one of the most encouraging people that I had ever met. And it's because you believed in people. And I feel like as a producer, that's your key role is to believe in people and encourage them to reach their potential and do the best that they possibly can. Because not only does that help them, but it helps you and it helps you create something beautiful together.
Yeah, I feel like it's a win-win in that situation. You both learn something from each other
Yeah.
and gain,
Yeah.
whatever
You
it is.
you both grow and you both create something.
Yes.
I guess that's like the best form of collaboration.
Yeah, if you get along, yes.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
I know film has a lot of aspects that are difficult, but what keeps you going? What keeps you doing it?
Hmm. That's a great question. I have thought a few times about like leaving it, not gonna lie.
Really?
Yeah, I have, but only because like I was still figuring out what position I liked. Because I like
Yeah.
DPing. I want to be cinematographer, but I don't like they had to make a lighting plan. That's annoying.
Yeah.
Um, again, love-hate relationship with editing. I don't like to edit unless it's a music video. I edit that maybe. And then producing, sometimes it works out, sometimes it doesn't. Honestly, I'm not sure what keeps me going really, because I just like being creative. But if I can see myself not being creative too, because I've talked to a few people. They're like, I can't see myself outside film. I don't know what I do. But I'm like, I can see myself outside of it. I can do other jobs I want to, which is
Yeah.
insane. If I want to be in business, yeah, I think that'd be really cool. Therapy, like what my parents do, yeah, why not? Or something completely random. I don't know. But
I wonder
yeah,
if I feel like the same way about dance. Like, I love it and I enjoy it, but I could see myself doing a million other things. And I wonder if in both of our lives, if that is actually something that helps us be good at it because we can
yeah,
see outside of it. I don't know.
that's what I'm thinking. I like obviously like I'm almost near the end of my year, so I'm gonna keep at it anyway. But
Yeah.
like if I'm out of college and hopefully get a gig or something, yeah, I'd still like to keep at it because it would be cool to eventually to get up in the industry. I
Oh,
think it'd be so
yes.
cool to be like CEO of a
Disney.
not oh, okay, fun fact. I said this to my friends and it was so funny. But I would love to be CEO of Disney just to burn it down and then rebuild it.
And rebuild it how?
Hopefully just better.
Like what would you change?
I'll probably change all the policies they got going on and then the people a bit. I'll stop with the live actions, that's for sure.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I feel that. I like it.
Mhm.
I think Disney should listen to you.
They wouldn't.
Well, speaking of Disney, one of the things that I personally love about Disney is that sometimes, like, the thing that draws me to their films is not the storyline or the even the acting, but the beauty of it. Like, I often find some of their pieces are just stunning. Even you look at Frozen and how they change from the first to the second, and you can objectively hate the story and the characters in it, but it is a beautifully made film. And I love the animation. I think it just is pleasing to look at and beautiful. And so even if I don't necessarily love the film, I love how beautiful it is. So I want to ask you about beauty in your own endeavors. Um, First of all in film and then in your own life. Where do you see beauty and what is its purpose in your life?
Ooh, beauty of film, besides the cinematic aesthetic of it, seeing through a lens and seeing different angles, that's pretty. And seeing what people can do. Speaking of, it's pretty much that. Seeing what people can do in film. Because
Yeah.
people, obviously, there's like so many film notes. I refuse to be one of them, but there's so many of them, and we all have the same goal to create a film, but somehow it's all different ideas.
Yeah.
And sometimes it's the same concept because I'm in my writing class. I think two people, it was two, I think it's two now, have an idea of using sock puppets, but somehow it's different ideas, but it's the same like concept. So it's not my like forte, but sure. But that's definitely beauty in film. It's just everyone making something of their own, and we all see with the same eyes. It's just with different vision of what you can create. And
Yeah.
then personally for me in that, I just love seeing the representation. And
Yeah.
so sometimes it's so cool seeing another Asian make something and I love it. So
Yes.
I was like, yes, it's like that could be me. That could be someone else. I don't
That
know.
could be me. That could be
Yeah,
you.
yeah.
How have you found that in college to be?
So
Because you're at
this,
Lipscomb, right?
yeah, I'm on the sky.
So what's that like for you?
Not many people of color, that is for sure, and
Mm.
especially in film. There's like I think only two Asians. I'm the main, I don't want to say main, but I'm like the full Asian because a friend of mine is half Asian,
Yeah.
and that's that's all I know in the film department. And then there's maybe like what, one, two, three POC people really outside of non-Asians, and then everyone else is kind of white or Caucasian. So that's kind of a difficult thing to go through about, um, especially sometimes in class because sometimes we talk about class. They're like, "What do you think about representation of like race and all this stuff?" And it's kind of awkward sitting there just listening to the like people talk.
Oh my gosh, I'm sure.
Yeah, but it's something, but it's also like kind of pushes me to like move forward with it.
I was about to ask, like, I don't know if the first question we talked about, like how hate is a great motivator. Do you think in any way your being Asian has been a motivator for you to like work harder
I
because
definitely
of
think
the
so.
hate you receive?
So far, I have not received direct hate, at least in a while. But yeah, I definitely would use that. Being Asian has definitely been a huge, huge motivation for me, like push forward in film. Because yeah, I want to represent my people. I want to represent me, and then it's not just also being Asian, it's also being like a woman in film, because that has
Yes.
been degraded. Because originally the editors in film was women, which is really cool. Because like yeah, because they would put film on like bins, and so it's like almost like doing your laundry. So it's like women was in editing, but then editing
What?
changed. Yeah, editing changed when sound came in, and then men came in, and so then the girls kind of got out of it, and now it's like a male-dominated industry, and they're all women coming in, which is really really cool. It's great to see, and yeah, it's still kind of rare, but like it happens, so it kind of goes both ways.
Hey, I'm proud of you for being a woman in film.
Yeah,
And also like I don't know, but I think you have a very like beautiful eye for film. Like just looking at the few things that I've been working with you on, like um I feel like you see things very visually when you even script write. I know you
yeah.
don't love script writing, but whenever we did writing projects together, I felt like I could see what you were talking about because you can like see it yourself when you're writing, I'm guessing. Is that
Yeah, I
true?
can. That's
Really?
wild. You can see. Wow. Yeah,
I
that's
wonder if
wild.
that's what makes you such a great cinematographer or producer.
Yeah, because I I honestly daydream a lot, so I can see things so clear in my mind. And so to hear that you can tell that I can see it when writing, and I guess
Yeah.
producing now, that's really cool. Yeah.
No, I can totally see it. And it totally made sense when you wanted to go into film because I thought, oh, that's how she thinks.
That's that's cool. What's funny is that when I was talking about like career wise and stuff, my roommate was like, honestly, if you told me you were English major or business major, I would never guess film. I would have believed it. I was like, cool.
That's so funny.
Yeah.
My goodness. Well, okay, so we've talked about how you see beauty in film. How do you see the purpose of beauty in maybe your own life?
That's a great
I
question.
know it's kind of a hard question.
Besides God's glory and all that,
Well, I mean, there's that too.
there is that. Really in my life, I feel like I think honestly, it's just seeing everything. It's hard to describe, but from my perspective, it's different from everyone's perspective,
Yeah.
and it's just so cool to see like how everything works, how people work, and
Hmm.
then how things are, and then life itself, like nature and sky. It's just really, really fascinates me. So I definitely find beauty whenever I open my eyes.
Yeah.
Yeah, whether that's through a camera or not. I don't care.
Wait, that's really cool.
Yeah.
Do you think looking through the lens of a camera has encouraged you to look through the lenses of your own eyes to see beauty?
I mean, I don't think so. I think that's like kind of upgraded it, but I honestly didn't need a camera to see beauty in life
Yeah.
because I was just honestly so like happy and chill with things
You look for
because
it yourself.
yeah, because I saw it a lot in soccer. Like I saw it on people. I loved it.
Yeah.
I like it could be in a smile, it can be in the eyes. I don't care. I saw it,
Yeah.
and so to see in a camera, that just makes it like I guess closer or like at different angles. It can make it like more beautiful as well if you choose like a certain way how you want it.
That's
So
so cool. Wait, I have so many questions. I know we're gonna run out of time, but
yeah,
um man, that's really interesting. And I love that you see beauty yourself. And perhaps some people have a hard time seeing beauty in life or in this world. Do you have anything that you would say to them?
I mean, besides just having an open mind, but if you don't have an open mind, then I'll say ask someone else on what they think is beautiful,
Yeah.
and then see if you can find that. And then if not, then this is the film part. Pick up a camera and see through it.
I
Take
love that.
photos, take a video. I don't care. Just do something. I like maybe journalize, whatever. Just
Yeah.
yeah.
I love that. Oh, Bethany, thank you so much for sharing with us just a brief kind of, overview of the way that you see the world. This is super cool.
Thank you so
I
much for having me.
so glad you're here. We only have a couple minutes left, but I would love to just give you an opportunity to share any advice that you would have for our listeners.
Ooh, advice. Mm. Enjoy life, that's for sure.
Yeah.
Um, besides taking hate as a motivator, definitely do that.
Take hate as a
Uh,
motivator and enjoy life.
yeah, and then literally just like don't be afraid to do anything. Don't be afraid of failing, even though failing sucks. I hate it. Just try things and see what looks best.
Yeah.
And if something doesn't go your way, like career wise, don't be too upset about it. Maybe just have different options, have an open mind to it, and just yeah, maybe it is not it. Maybe it is. Who knows?
Maybe the Lord has another plan for you.
Dude, just take life in stride.
Take life in stride. That's a good advice to live by. I still love what you said about if you can't see beauty, then pick up a camera.
That too.
I think I'm gonna do that.
You should.
A little exercise, see beauty more.
Yeah.
And as a closing word, do you happen to have a favorite Bible verse that you would like to share with us? Putting you on the spot here.
But I'm gonna be fair, I have not read the Bible in like years.
Or a
um,
favorite quote. Do you have a favorite quote that you would like to share with us?
their quotes. Besides six of quotes, no models, no funerals, but that's completely different.
Done. I'm done.
No, I did have a favorite Bible verse. I forgot what it was.
Hmm.
I think it was we love because God loves us, something like that. I think
We
that's
love
what it
because he
was.
first loves us.
Yeah, that might be it.
That's one of my favorites too. That and like the verse it's kind of the same idea, but it's more about like seeing. It's like in him is light and in him we see light.
That's
Like,
good.
I don't know, it's cool. Kind of filmy a little bit.
Okay, I see you.
Oh, well, thank you so much, Bethany. It has been so fun to talk to you about film, and I'm so excited that some of our listeners will be encouraged by the things that you said. So, thank you again.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Oh,
Bye.
bye.